my channel. Welcome back to another video. I'm Jessie and you're watching I have all of this energy because I just filmed the reaction video to Owl Crate's apology. I've been filming for over an hour. I am sweating through this leather jacket. I'm scared to peek at what's under here because it ain't nothing cute. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm watering plants under here. Like, I'm baking a bread loaf. Yeasty. It's nasty. Okay, it's like ex-Tina circa 2007 nasty. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Comment down below if you know. Okay, so anyway, this video, I want to get this intro clip done real quick because I need to change. I need to change. I want to talk about what we're going to be reading for Sapphicathon because this video is about Sapphicathon, our second 24-hour readathon that I am co-hosting with Jan of Jan Agaton, and Megan of Books and Blazers is our co-host for this month. I've got 3 books that I'm going to try and read in the next 24 hours, and I'm starting a little bit late. It is 12:22 because it took me forever to film that Owl Crate video.
God, I'm sweating. Gross. I hate it here.
So this book was recommended to me by my beloved friend Garrett. It is called Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke, and it is by a non-binary horror author, and it is creepy and sapphic and weird, and it is about obsession. I love stories about obsession, and this book reminds me of Daniel Isn't Real, which is this like amazing cult paranormal horror movie. It is one of my favorites of all time. It is a movie that I see myself reflected in so deeply, and like no one's ever seen it. It's on Shudder. I'm just gonna fan myself. I'm
So hot.
If you have seen Daniel Isn't Real, please comment down below and let me know. And also, you'll totally see why I think this like reminds me of the movie, you know? It's the best movie in the world. Also going to be reading Barooz by Tanya Boteju. I am so excited. This is one of my most highly anticipated releases. You will recognize this as a book that I bought in my Come Book Shopping With Me video. Link down below if you haven't seen it and you want to check it out. Sapphic, and it is roller derby, and it is by the author who wrote Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens, which was about a young girl who becomes a drag king. And it was trans and beautiful and bi and wonderful and amazing, and I'm so excited. The first book was the funniest thing I'd ever read, so I'm really excited for more of this author's like comedic brilliance. And then I'm going to be buddy reading this with Megan, who is our co-host. Rise to the Sun. This is the second book by Leah Johnson, her sophomore novel. I read You Should See Me in a Crown for Queer Blackathon. And if you didn't get to see my experience reading that, I will leave a link down below because I had a blast, and I'm even more excited for Rise to the Sun. I think that this will even hit me more than You Should See Me in a Crown did, and I still gave that book 5 out of 5 stars. So obviously it meant quite a bit to me. As far as what I'm going to start with, I'm in a dark place, okay? You talked on the YouTube community tab earlier today about struggling with mental health, and so because of that, I want to feel at home, and so we're gonna start with something dark and creepy and disturbing. So this is where we're gonna go. I want some water. I'm thirsty. I want to hang out with the puppy. Gotta take her outside, take her for a walk. I will check in with y'all in a little bit. Love you. This book is so good. It is so naughty. Was not expecting the naughty. but I'm really liking it. Just under halfway through, blowing through it. It is so creepy and dark and twisted and atmospheric. Definitely want to finish this tonight. Just came to the kitchen for a water break, and I'm gonna finish this tonight and then maybe start Bruised. Very, very excited. We shall see. What the fuck did I just read? What did I just read? What the? I'm over it. Sapphicathon is canceled. Even Akasha doesn't understand. Make it make sense. What did I just read? I'm distraught. I'm disheveled. I'm going to bed. I'm over it. I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning. 5 out of 5 stars. I'll see you in the morning. I can't be here. Whenever I'm at the dog park and someone's yelling at their dog, I feel like I'm at the dinner table and my friend is arguing with his mom. It's just really awkward. Blue need to get it together so that I can film this update. So as of right now, it is obviously next day. Woke up around 9 a.m. So like we didn't go to sleep until about 4 a.m. After things have changed since we last spoke, or whatever the book is called, we had to go to bed. We were done. So did a face mask, laid in bed, stared at the ceiling, and slipped slowly into madness. And then woke up around 9. And while we were doing personal hygiene and getting ready and stuff, we finished the audiobook for The Witch King, which is the non-binary book club pick for this month in August. The live show is going to be on September 1st. Such a phenomenal book, and I can't wait to have that discussion about it with y'all. As of right now, I've officially concluded 2 books for Sapphicathon, which is really exciting. Just dropped off the car at the shop that I like to go to because it is so overdue for an oil change as well as a front end alignment. So that is happening, and while that is happening, Akasha and I decided to go to the dog park. So we found a Lyft who was willing to transport me and the beast to the nearest dog park, and now we're here, and it is friggin' beautiful. It is so beautiful outside. I want to spend absolutely every second today outdoors because it has been blistering hot for weeks now. Even stepping outside makes me feel as if I'm about to burst into flames. And so since it rained last night, it was such a nice night, the heat has kind of broken, and I want Akasha to benefit from being able to be outside comfortably without risk of heat stroke. Both of us are just going to be enjoying cool weather today. This morning, we started Bruised by Tanya Boteju, the roller derby story. We are liking it. It doesn't have the same magic as Kings, Queens, and In-Betweens. Like, that book captivated and grasped me right away from page 1. But it is still very, very good, and I'm enjoying it. And then while driving over here, I started the audiobook for Rise to the Sun. That book, there is absolutely no way that book will not be my favorite book of this vlog. I couldn't possibly be more than 40 pages in, and I am telling you, it is that good. It is that good. I knew that I would enjoy it even more than You Should See Me in a Crown. We just had a feeling. So essentially it's about these 2 girls who are going to a music festival, and one of them is just like a serial dater, like a serial monogamist, and she promises her best friend that this weekend will just be about their friendship. It won't be about romance. And then of course she meets someone who is fine AF. I'm really excited about it so far. I'm so excited to see where it goes. I didn't know anything about this book going into it, and I just love the writing. I love the character work. It is so beautiful. Like, I'm already just heart broken open for the main character. I really, really like her. And then also, I'm really enjoying the representation, like the role that music plays in the lives of Black teenagers. It's just so freaking cool. And the way that it captures festival culture is so phenomenal. And I think this is like gonna be a really great book for so many of us who miss going to music festivals. Later, I'm going to give my thoughts on the horror novella that I read yesterday. I still am not able to be articulate about what I just read, so I will give you my thoughts on that later. Right now, I'm going to alternate between listening to the audiobook for Rise to the Sun and reading Bruised in the physical, which I brought with me. Of course, it's in the very bottom of this bag. Also, I just threw my cat eye on today. I don't even know if they're even. Are these even? This is what Bruce looks like without the jacket, and I really like it. I really, really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to reading. I'll check in with you later. Got the car back, stopped at the library. I also went to like this used Play It Again, and I tried on skates, and I took one for, I took one used set for a spin, and it's just like none of the skates feel like mine, As some of you know, like the skates that I had were stolen, and those fit me like a glove. Like it was like Cinderella's slipper. And just everything else feels wrong. Like my mom got me these amazing pair of rollerblades, and I love them, but they're not, I want my skates back, and so I'm trying to find a pair to replace them, and like trying to get one used so that it's affordable, because my old skates were super expensive and I just can't, and it's so frustrating. So very disheartened, but Pup and I are gonna go home. Just picked up Blood and Honey from the library. As y'all know, that's on my TBR for this month. I am reading it in an attempt to give Shelby Mahurin a second chance, because I hated Serpent and Dove. If you haven't seen my rant review of Serpent and Dove, it'll be linked down below. I can't stand that book. So hopefully the sequel is gonna be better. We'll see. But for now, I'm stressed, I'm tired, I'm bitter, so I just wanna go home and read and chill out with the pup. And I'm going to be setting up reading sprints later, so I'm excited to get to hang out with y'all.
Hola babes. We have a very messy Jessie today. Jessie is breaking out. I did a hyaluronic acid face mask yesterday and my skin is looking better, but I don't know what happened. I don't know. So it's time to close out this vlog and I'm very excited because this, in my opinion, was a very successful Sapphicathon. I read 3 books. The horror book that I read, I still don't know what that book was. Nobody knows. So that book is about these 2 queer women who begin an online relationship, and it is a kinky BDSM, master slave relationship, and it goes a little too far and it becomes a work of horror from there. I don't know what y'all want me to tell you. It is one of the most disturbing things I've ever read in my life. And I loved it and gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Someone tagged me on their Instagram because they also read it for Sapphicathon, and they were like, WTF, 0 out of 10. Because it's that messed up. It is such a polarizing read. So if you are at all curious, check it out. Feel free to come back and comment on this video and let us know what you thought. I also finished up The Witch King. The live show is going to be September 1st, so very, very soon. And I'm incredibly excited about that. We're going to have some guests and it's going to be a fun time. Then I also got a third of the way through Rise to the Sun. And I'm hoping to finish that for the next Sapphicathon next month. The date hasn't been announced, but it is going to be announced soon. And I also read Bruised. So The Witch King, I'm going to be giving a 4.5 stars. And obviously the horror book 5 stars. And Bruised, I'm going to give a 3. It was a really enjoyable book. It's definitely not a new fave, but if you're looking for a roller derby story, if you're looking for a story about a girl on a journey to find family, definitely check that out. I just wanted a little bit more from the story. And there were some things I just couldn't suspend my believability for, particularly the representation of roller skating and roller derby. Those were my biggest criticisms. And also I want to give a big content warning for self-harm, because the main character self-harms in the form of bruising herself throughout the book. And so I wanted to make sure that I'm letting y'all know that that is in the book. So be careful with yourselves if that is something that you are sensitive to. So that is going to do it for this vlog. I hope that you enjoyed this month's Sapphicathon. Jan and I are so excited for Sapphicathon next month. Cannot wait to launch that, and I can't wait to announce who the host is going to be. Very, very excited. So be good to yourselves. Be good to those around you. Stay safe, wear your mask. I just launched a Patreon, and that is going to be in the description box below. And I'm going to be mentioning this in my next few videos just to make sure that everybody who is potentially interested in the Patreon finds out about it. But the top... Akasha. It's like a zoo. She takes her yard very seriously. Yeah, so the top tier of the Patreon is going to have information about the book that I'm writing. I just revealed the working title of the book and a line that I wrote from it that I really enjoy. So if you are one of those people who have been very excited about my upcoming novel, maybe join the Patreon. All of my social media links are in the description box below, and I hope to see you in my next one.